Check this out. A hog splitter. Clean it up some. I'm going to take it in and get it sandblasted. I gotta sharpen it. Fooled around with it a bit today. Got 4 new apple trees too. For some reason our local Walmart, it's never in season. Like if it's in the summer, you can't find weed eater string. Springtime rolls around, you can't find no apple trees. Figured I'd buy them while they got them. I've been trying to buy a couple every year, a couple of fruit trees of some sort every year. A renewable food source. Oh, gotta get my gun. Kitchen coming along pretty good, pretty good. This bit. Anyways, we're gonna take a walk up the holler, get a little walk in, but also I believe the boogers are around. Last night, just as it was getting dark, deer were out here in the bottom, out toward the middle. Hey Blue, I will beat your butt. Then today, as I was out in the wood shop, right there, working on a planer, it would go down, but it wouldn't go up, so I took it apart. It's got 4 tube steel runners that it slides up and down on. It's got 2 screws that you crank the handle on. You can adjust the depth, how much you want to shave off a board. But it wouldn't come back up. So it's just like solid steel tubes that it runs up and down on, well, they're like a polished steel that had a surface rust on them. So I took them apart and cleaned them up with some sandpaper, and works real fine now. That's back when it was a bit warmer out. The sun was out. Now it's cold again. Let's now grab the extra layer. More. There's a deer's spine. Been there for a while. There's some indentions there. They've also been there a while. We've had a lot of rain. And that down in there is soggy. You can tell how long this spine's been there. some deer hair. I mean, it reminds me of there's nothing in that. But that reminds me of how I found the track up in the hill where it looked like one had chased a deer. Deep indentions that had kind of smeared like it was on the move. Go over here and check out a few spots too. The deer were up here around the rock last night. And deer, most of the time, it's not always like this, but a lot of the times you see them, they stay on the edges. And they will get out in the middle and all that. But these deer were concerned about what was over here a lot last night. Here's where they come up at. The deer trail runs up through there. And it looks like over here's a newer one coming off that bank. track. There you go. Tracks like back there tell a story. I haven't seen any more Indians like that up through here. Nor have I seen deer hair or any other deer parts. I was in the wood shop and a rock hit the roof of it. And I thought I heard a vocalization, but I'm not sure. I thought I heard like a whoop. Not really sure on that because I had a sander going. Something definitely made a noise. I don't know what it was. A loud noise, which is odd. One thing good about having an ice storm that knocks down all your daggum trees is it's also blocked this road off. You don't get no company. No more ATVs driving up at all hours of the night. Get up on the trails. They go a different way now. And I like it. Definitely need to clean this out. Need to get to work on my little excavator when it warms back up. Walk on up here, might be some tracks. Came up here last weekend and ran my trap line. Something triggered 2 traps, but nothing was in them. Let's see how my tile's holding up through the monsoons. I think today's February the 19th. So the winter should be over pretty soon. About a bit. My advice would be to go out and right now, that's why I picked up the apple trees, because you don't know if they're going to be sold out. It's a renewable. You know, once they get mature, you'll be getting apples from them every year. But also go out and get your seed and your fertilizer. There's supposed to be a shortage on the fertilizer. So I'm going to try to pick some of that up this week. Get in there before everybody else does. By now, if you watch my videos, you ought to know to already have your food stockings going. Hope you're doing well. Had a rock pile here. Pick that out there. Put it on the other side. Get your pantry stocked up, any available space that you might have. I think it'd be a good idea to stick some foods with longer shelf lives. I've been doing that for a few years, and here recently I've been replenishing the canned foods that I bought a couple of years ago. I've been using them up and then just restocking what I've used. This year I definitely want to do a garden. I didn't do it last year because of the ice storm and all the extra things I should have. It probably wasn't a good decision on my part. But yeah, there's all kinds of talking going on. Rumors of wars. Goods haven't been moving very well recently. Last few months to a year. And I'm sure them truckers in Canada will get the blame for it. And a lot of people will believe it. Short memories. I guess no one remembers the cargo ships stalled out. Fuel prices are going up. And when the fuel prices go up, that affects us all. From the poor old farmer scratching a living in the dirt to feed the country. His tractors run on fuel. Things that he needs, like the fertilizer, has to be shipped in. What's shipping them runs on fuel. Well, the price gets handed down to us, the consumers. Man, that drain just looks sexier every time I see it. I'd like to feel they seal some big rock over here. Just got to get to them, but as you can see, there's plenty of rock up here. The drain will probably do fine, but there's a bit of erosion here and there. It's liable to wash my towel out. The ammo deal is still the ammo deal, hard to find. There was some 12 gauge for a reasonable price when I went to Walmart the last time. Got me a couple boxes of it. I think all this is by design. You know, it's hitting in with the whole COVID deal. It makes you wonder what would happen if something real bad was to come along, like the plague, the Black Death. I mean, good night. Bunch of the banks in Canada shut down. You know, they're shutting people's bank accounts down if they help the truckers out. Seems the elite likes a rigged game. Rigged in their favor. Poor guys, they've got all the money in the world. But they just want all the power. Here we're just trying to be left alone. Leave me alone. I'll make my way. You know, I don't mind paying taxes whenever it's used on good things like fixing these county roads up or some old pothole state roads or something like that. But they want to line their pockets with even more money because millions and billions of dollars ain't enough. Like old Pelosi, she's made a lot of money being in the political office, working for the people. What that was. twitching hands because it's cold out. And I ain't smart enough to wear gloves. I was working on the kitchen this morning a bit. I got up at 7:30 for some reason. Well, I got up at 7:30 because I had to pee. I let my critters out. I let them sleep inside while it's cold out. And so I sat around and I drank coffee for about an hour. Bugs found him a deer. Or a booger. Watch your ears. Blue! Come on, Blue! Come on, Blue! I thought he had his nose on something. Looks like a trail going up right there. Come on, Blue! Good old gun. Come on, babe. Good boy. Good boy. What'd you find up there, a booger? I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, now he'll get wore out and you can get some sleep tonight. Wrong. Wrong. This dog don't wear out. Hey. Come on, get out of the mud. Could use him for a rabbit dog, but I'm afraid he'd outrun the rabbits. Of course, I guess that would save you some shot. He'd wear him out and you just go and pick him up. Heard tell they're good squirrel dogs, but he'd beat the squirrels to the trees. They won't get a chance to run up them so you can shoot them. Maybe a cheetah. Of course, they ain't got the stamina that he's got. trying to figure out where I want to plant my apples. I like to have a big orchard, but I don't want to do it here in the bottom because it's my bottom. These days I might raise some hogs or goats or something. What do you reckon got that deer? Where's the rest of its bones at? There's hair strewn out everywhere. Yeah, looks like a deer was shucking and jiving. Those tracks back there look like maybe a booger's on the run. If I was to run into this soft stuff, you'd be doing a bit of the old slipping. And maybe Blue's brought this bit up here. But there's some big looking tracks down in here too. It is stripped. Ain't nothing left there, Blue. Hey, don't jump, dude. Your muddy feet. Smack you. Hard head. It don't stop. I thought about putting more apple trees right here. I don't think that's wise because my garden's going to go from here down toward the house where the old pines used to be. Get all that tilled up good. I don't want to put no more. I guess I could get some more in there. I really don't want to because I don't want to disturb the root system when you go to plow. I've got an idea where I want to put them at. Thought about putting them down the line on this road. But then you'd have to, apple trees, they do get tall. Then you're going to have apples on your road apples. And branches crashing down the side of your vehicle and all that. You don't want that. So what I'm thinking about doing is across the creek down here on this little piece of ground I've cleaned up. I think it'd be a fine place. I could work that road up to where I could even get my mower over there and mow around them where we don't lose them in the grass. I heard one noise. Not really sure what that was back there. I do believe the boogers are around. Probably put my phone on charge. Let's go down here and look a little bit. Put my phone on charge and maybe do a bit of listening tonight. Alright, just cleaned all this up too. Over here, I think, would be a dandy spot for some apple trees. I would plant them in this, but it's all swampy. Some dummy got there for a tractor about right behind that. We won't name any names, but I think this over here would be a dandy spot. Keep the cows out of it. Clean it up a bit. I ain't crossing the creek, it's just too cold. I ain't got my Crocs on. Nobody wants the old swamp foot. You had a burn pile here and some stuff, so I was just going to push them over here toward the edge. I'd like to fill that in with some good rocks and put some topsoil over it. Actually, what I'd like to do is dig me out a pond in there for ducks or something. And have the overflow right here kind of straighten all that out. Maybe leave that cane patch. Little house for ducks to get in. That was inclined. Right over here, I got a lot of it cleaned up. Down yonder. Turkey birds. Might be interesting to walk down there and see where they're going this evening. All this, I pushed a bunch of it over with that dozer and got it all cleaned up. See, the fence line over there is the boundary that this little parcel is on our property, and I've never seen a flood. I'll make a good little apple orchard. It can make a real good bottom. This is south. So in the spring and summer and fall, the sun moves this way. But then turkeys are gone. Let's see if we can sleep up to them. Old Blue's an excellent sleeping dog. Oh, there goes one flying. There they go. Look at all of them. I've been watching them. They come out on that field. Let's walk down there. They come out on that field a lot. It's a big old flock. Maybe they like my apple orchard. 2 months, it'll be time to hunt these birds. I need to convince them to come closer to me. There they go. They're coming up on this side, where I thought they was coming from anyway. Side of the road. Back up on this mountain. And right back up in here is the hunting spot I go to. Where I went to this year. There's an old road that goes up that point. But you could walk it, I suppose. There's nothing that I know of that would make it up there unless you got a tank or something. Might do it. Bulldozer. Yeah, I think the turkeys are going back there and roost, and they've been there for they was out in the bottoms for the last couple of weeks right out here. For whatever reason, Turkeys really enjoy standing out in the middle of a bottom when it's raining. The creek there is coming out Stinky Holler. This one's coming out my fork. Anyway, there's our walk. So if I was to walk out to the mouth of the holler and all the way up to where I did, that's a mile. Like, I don't even over a mile. You know, going back and forth, walking. I never had anything else to do. I think I do it every day. Man, it ought to take time to do it. All this has been underwater before from the flood a couple of years ago. That was all creek cane in there. Used to be an old blacksmith shop sit right there. Next year's firewood up off the ground nicely. Anyway, there's a video. Anybody that's made it this far, 45 minutes into it, we're doing good. Hope everybody has a good rest of your weekend. God bless.